Hello everyone, welcome to Engineers Science YouTube channel. This is our first lecture of evaporation, evaporation and boiling series. In this lecture we are going to discuss a brief introduction of vaporization. Then we will move towards the type of vaporization, which are evaporation and boiling. In this lecture we will discuss vaporization first, and then we will move towards the evaporation. Boiling is not our concern in this lecture. So let's start the lecture. So what basically the vaporization is? Vaporization is nothing, it is simply a process of conversion of liquid into gas. We know that the molecules of liquid are continuously in motion, they possess some kinetic energy, and when they are heated, when they gain energy from some external source, their kinetic energy value increase, and they ultimately convert it into gas. So this is the brief concept of vaporization, that vaporization is simply the conversion process of liquid into the gaseous state. Now the vaporization is classified into two categories. The first category is vaporization, the second category is boiling. We will discuss that what basically the vaporization is, and then in the coming lectures we will discuss the concept of boiling in detail. Here you can see a diagram. In this diagram, this is a liquid container in which we place some liquid. The liquid is heated from the bottom and it is converting into the gaseous state. The gaseous state, or we can say into that the liquid is converted into vapors. So this is the basic concept of vaporization. Now move towards the evaporation concept. The evaporation is also, since evaporation is a type of vaporization, so it is also the conversion of liquid into the gaseous state. But there is a large difference, large conceptual difference between the evaporation and boiling. The evaporation is basically the escape of molecules from the surface of liquid. We will discuss this definition in detail, but I know that it is quite difficult to understand this definition at the initial state, but we are going to discuss this definition in detail, and this definition will become 100% clear when we move towards the mechanism of evaporation, and we understand the basics of mechanics and energy transfer. Then this concept and this definition will become clear. So what basically the evaporation is? The evaporation is the escape of molecules from the surface of the liquid. The point which is necessary to understand here is that the evaporation always occurs from the surface of the liquid. In evaporation, only the surface molecules are converted into the vapor state. Evaporation does not occur, can never be occur from the body of the liquid. It occurs from the surface of the liquid, whereas the boiling occurs from the whole body of the liquid. The evaporation is the escape of molecules from the surface of liquid, and these escaping molecules are joining the atmosphere, or we can say are converting into the gaseous state. In order to understand the mechanism of evaporation, we must understand some basic concepts. So let's move towards these basic concepts. Here I mentioned some important points which are necessary to understand the mechanism of evaporation. The first point is that molecules of liquid are continuously in the state of motion, means they possess some kinetic energy value. Due to this motion, they collide with each other, and when they collide with each other, they transfer their energy to each other. For example, here you can see molecule A, molecule B, and molecule C. All these three molecules belongs to the same liquid. When the molecule A collides with the molecule B, it transfers some energy, its energy, to the molecule B, and when the molecule B collides with molecule A, it transfers some energy to molecule A. Similarly, when there is a collision between molecule A and molecule C, then the energy transfer process takes place between these two molecules. Similarly, when B and C collide with each other, they also transfer some energy to each other. So the point which is necessary to understand is that when molecules collide with each other, they always transfer some energy to each other. Now, let's move towards the second point. The second point is that the molecules which are present at the surface of the liquids always have greater energy value. Now, move towards the mechanism of this point. Since you can see here a container which is containing liquid. Here I consider a molecule from the surface of the liquid, and here you can see another molecule which is which is considered from the body of the liquid. If we talk about the molecule which is present at the surface of the liquid, then we know that it is only experiencing the atmospheric pressure. There is no other pressure which is acting on that molecule. The only pressure which is acting on the surface molecule is atmospheric pressure, or we can say 14.7 psi. Whereas we know when we move down in the body of the liquid, the pressure value continuously increase by an amount of rho gh. So if we talk about the molecule which is present inside the body of the liquid, then this molecule is experiencing atmospheric pressure as well as this rho gh pressure, which is obviously exerted by this vertical column of the liquid. So the molecule which is present inside the body of the liquid is under pressure of atmospheric pressure, which is usually 14.7 psi, plus rho gh, whereas the surface molecule is only under the pressure of 14.7 psi, means atmospheric pressure. Since we can see that the surface molecule is at under lower pressure, whereas the molecule which is present inside the body of the liquid is under higher pressure. So due to this pressure difference, the molecule at the surface possesses greater energy because it is experiencing less pressure and it is free to move, whereas the molecule which is present inside the body is experiencing large amount of pressure and it is not as free to move as the surface molecule. So the molecule at the surface possesses greater energy, whereas the molecule in the body of the liquid possesses low amount of energy. So these 2 points are very necessary, very essential to understand while we are talking about the mechanism of evaporation. We will continue our lecture we will continue our concept of mechanism of evaporation in the second lecture. So keep in touch and keep watching the video. Thank you.